My name is Norman Phillips and I'm 72 years old and I'm a carer for my wife Rosamond. Rosamond has MS and now dementia, and I've been a full-time carer for 18 years. Outside of caring, I like to ride on trains. Well, I think like most people, I ran away from the idea. I had a very powerful job. I was a program manager with a major IT company. And as Rosie's health slowly declined, and then there was a fairly catastrophic problem with something that went wrong in hospital. So she went in able to walk and came out not able to walk. So suddenly I was faced with having to provide care. So I went to social services and asked for help. And they said, no, you could do it yourself. So I tried managing that and I just came unglued. It was only then that I heard about this organisation. Well, I went to Carers UK initially, and they signposted me to Carers in Herts. And I still didn't equate carer with me. Yeah, and I do argue about that today. I say I'm a husband, father, grandfather, and caring is what I do, not who I am. So I like spouting that one. I suppose about 2013, it really came home to me. Once I got involved with the Carers in Herts group in Stevenage, I began to realise that there are lots of people doing what I was trying to do. And there was lots of information out there to help me to do it. Whereas before I felt I was digging holes in the sand. Yeah, as fast as I dug, it filled back in again. But there's lots of things it's done. One is, I think it's maintained my sanity, because through the care lines, it gives me someone to talk to when I'm at my wit's end and struggling. I've become involved with Carers in Herts, so I do campaigning with them. I'm part of their carer trainer unit. So what it did was, it gave me back a sense of worth. Because I'd had a powerful job and then that all went out the window because my health failed and I became a carer. And I began to realise that the world doesn't understand what being a carer means. So I needed some help. So being involved with Carers in Herts, they've given me back that self-respect. So I'm quite heavily involved, as I say, with Carers in Herts. I'll go anywhere to support unpaid carers. And then of course I do my annual walk for carers and during Carers Week. But anything that will help other people that are faced with having to look after someone, because most of us, we don't know we need help until we fall off the cliff. But our Carers Hub, it's a chance to come together to talk with people who are going through the same thing you are. So you can say the things that probably you get arrested for. Yeah, like I've had enough of this. I do a joke about pushing the wife off Beachy Head. It's funny to me and other carers, but not necessarily to someone outside. But it just gives you that chance to come together. It gives you a chance to learn, because the system doesn't really tell you anything. So coming together as a group, you get lots of information and that helps you overcome things. So rather than ploughing through a system that doesn't seem that intent on helping you, you can talk to someone and you go armed with information. You can then test that information with a professional at Carers in Herts. And they can say, yes, that makes sense. Yes, that does apply to you. Yes, it's worth a fight. But on the other hand, when I have been really at my wit's end and not really coherent, then the cool supporters will take on that advocacy for you. And they'll make a few phone calls and at least get you over that hump. Because sometimes it becomes so hard you just can't be bothered, but that just takes you nowhere. Until I met up with Carers in Herts, when it used to be a fully funded thing by county, and Carers in Herts ran a thing at the Oval in Stevenage, and it was through that I then got help with Crossroads. Yeah, they said to me, you're entitled to your carers breaks. Through the Carers in Herts, they organised me, what was it? Yeah, I got a week off And they also helped me get through the idea of respite, because I never really understood what respite was. And so when I had a few little problems, I could talk to people at Carers in Hearts, and they would help me frame my argument, because the trouble is when you're a carer, you get tired, you get angry. And what you learn is getting angry with the system doesn't do you any good. So what I found with Carers in Hearts is they give me a rationale and they give me the words and I say the right things, and it makes life much easier. And since I've had that sort of help from Carers in Hearts, and I'd advise anyone, don't try and do this on your own. If you need help, then Carers in Hearts is there to help you. And if they can't help you, they know someone who can. It was through Carers in Hearts that we ended up with Crossroads coming in. And out of that, I got 18 hours a week. I know it sounds a lot, but when you're looking after someone who's got dementia, that's a 24-hour-a-day job. So having 18 hours off in a week against a 7x24 job, that's a real challenge. And also when we came up against some harm through the NHS, I was able to talk to Carers in Hearts, and they put me on the right track to the right people to talk to who could help me. Social services, right, will provide unpaid carers with respite breaks. In my case, it was assessed because Rosie can be quite challenging. And they arranged a day centre through Crossroads, but it was Carers in Hearts who put me on that track. I mean, I'd never heard of Crossroads. But that allowed me to go out and do things. So I could go out, and maybe not far, but I could go out for a coffee, I could go with friends, I could go to the gym. It was through Carers in Hearts. I got my carers grant, and they pay for annual membership at the gym now. So again, anything that helps me with my health, you can get. But I didn't know about any of those things, until I spoke to someone at Carers in Hearts. And the other thing is, because I know now that when I go to the hub, I can help other people. Well, I'm actually an employee of Carers in Hearts now, because we used to just be volunteers to do the carer trainer unit, but someone decided we were going to get paid, so that was quite nice. But giving me that role within the carer trainer unit gave me that level of independence. It gave me a sense of worth, sense of value, and it certainly improved my own personal confidence to the extent that I do lots of chats. I'll go anywhere. They got me into public speaking, which I wasn't very good at. So it's about self-respect, self-esteem, and I would say that's in the main how they've helped me. Through Carers in Hearts, I'm involved in the dementia one, which came a bit later because of that. I'm on the co-production, Carers co-production. So they give you a voice, they give you an in. They help you construct your arguments. So, because there's an awful danger of just talking about yourself. Whereas really, through Carers in Hearts, we need to widen out the focus of the politicians. So otherwise, a temptation for the politicians is to fix your problem. Whereas really, we want a better deal for carers all round. And that's what Carers in Hearts fights for us for. I've gone back more to being Rosie's husband, because there's carers in my house 21 hours a day now, paid care workers, funded by the NHS. But I wouldn't have known about continuing healthcare either. And it was through Carers in Hearts that I got that help. And again, it was because 5 times they turned us down. And then I had a chat to Carers in Hearts because I didn't think about that at the time. But anyway, I explained what my problem was. And again, got given the right words, the right phraseology. And it's amazing the difference it makes. There's a language, and Carers in Hearts understands that language. You as a mere mortal won't know that. Stand back, think, and then give Carers in Hearts a call. Because you're never going to be able to do this alone. And eventually you will break. I love riding on trains. Every chance I get, I will go somewhere on a train. I love riding on trains. And again, through Carers in Hearts, I had the cheek to ask social services, if I could use my grant to ride on a train. They were a bit wobbly to begin with the idea. And I went back to Carers in Herts and they said, tell them this. So I went back and I told them that, and they allow me to use my carers grant, which is £250, and I ride on trains. So I've been to Newcastle. Yeah, I've seen my sister-in-law and her husband. I've been to York Railway Museum. I've been to Bristol. I've been to Brighton. So you never know what you're entitled to, or not even entitled to. You never know what you can get. But if you've got someone that can stand behind you, like Carers in Herts, and think outside the box, as they say, yeah, it's amazing what you can get. So I'd just like to say thank you. Thank you to Carers in Herts for being there when I need them, and they're not intrusive. And thank you to anyone out there who wants to support Carers in Herts, because at the end of the day, they are a charity. They get some government money, but there's lots of us carers in Hertfordshire, and we need some support.